Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Here's the return from inside his 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. The run to the right. Fights off a defender. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. A designed run for the quarterback. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by the defense.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Tight end getting vertical. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense set for a first down play. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Intercepted. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quick handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now. Just
got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown tie. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit... so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. The give on the inside. At the 35, he's got room. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
With the score, Alabama 17, Clemson 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion from the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Leaves it with the back. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
1st down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a hero.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
Will take over. First and 10.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Racing to the right. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Toss sweep to the right. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback will keep it. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
He's looking to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback keeps it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They want to run it left here. Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. They put on the heat and they blocked it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Smashes through. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
That is how it's done on third down. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Give to the single back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the right. What a snag by the defense.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. That pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. Snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
This time they'll go to the running game. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Flushed out of the pocket. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Touchdown, Tigers. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That last completion sets them up on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Burns. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. The offense did exactly what it needed to do getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. You get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Well, he might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. Here comes that Alabama offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were. And
he's going up top. Incomplete on fourth down.